Hello, everyone. Hi.
Welcome to Within the Cauldron. We have a special guest from the UK that we are very excited to have on. And we also have a special co-host, our lovely friend, Lady Wolf, who is also an author who was on a podcast probably a few months ago.
Yeah.
To further ado, my sister is going to introduce our guest tonight.
Well, we have Stephen P. Aitchison, spent years teaching social media growth to internet entrepreneurs. Then he moved on to teaching how to invest in cryptocurrencies before retiring to pursue his true passion, writing fiction. His debut serial fiction work, The Witches of Scotland, The Dream Dancers, Akashic Chronicles, is an 8-book serial with second series, The Witches of Scotland, The Edinburgh Files. Sees the same characters fighting the supernatural in Scotland with 3 books already written in the series. Stephen grew up in Wester Hailes, Edinburgh, before moving to Balerno and then to Fife and settling in Glasgow to study psychology. He currently lives in the West End of Glasgow with his wife, enjoying time with his 2 sons, their partners, and their 2 grandchildren. No matter where he is or what's going on, he tries his best to set aside time daily to answer emails and messages from readers. I think without further ado, let's bring him on. I'm excited to talk to him.
Definitely.
Hi, Stephen.
Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for the warm introduction. But I have to correct you, we've now got 3 grandchildren.
3
congratulations.
Oh,
That's
3
awesome.
grandchildren,
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Everybody says congratulations, and I'm thinking, I didn't really do anything, but I accept it anyway.
But the grandkids are the best, so cheers to
Yes.
that.
Yes,
You know, you can spoil them rotten. You can
That's
give them
brilliant.
a bunch of candy and get them all hyperactive and then send them home
And then
to
hand
the
them back.
parents.
Well, it's the
Yep.
best.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You get all the fun and not the responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's for sure. Yes. I know. I have 11 grandchildren, so
11.
yeah,
Wow.
God.
I have 11. So all my kids, they didn't really start young. It was in the 20s, but it was just like bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
yeah.
I'm happy with my 2 and two furry
Two's enough.
grandkids. Yeah, two's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
none. I just have fur children.
I have mine right here too, so it works.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
Mine's behind. He's now suddenly decided to always lay behind my back when I'm on the podcast. So it's the newest baby, Bourbon.
Oh, cute.
Urban.
Little 5-month-old puppy. So yeah.
we got 2 new babies, but the downstairs. They're the teddy bear. We're the teddy bear puppies. Shishan.
Yeah.
Really cute, fluffy. So,
Excellent.
I can use them as a mop if I want to.
Dual purpose.
Yeah. So Stephen, how did you get started on writing The Witches of Scotland?
Where to go back? Right. So back in the 90s, 94, I was studying nursing at the time. I was going to be a mental health nurse. I was studying, and at the time I became interested in kind of the mind and stuff like that. And I got really interested in a book by a Canadian scientist called Stephen LaBerge, and he wrote the book on lucid dreaming. Don't know if you know it. So I was reading this book, and I just thought, this is brilliant, love it. So I started practicing lucid dreaming and how to do it. And it took me about 2-3 weeks to get my first lucid dream. But when I had my first lucid dream, it was better than taking drugs. It was just amazing to have your first lucid dream and have that experience and control your dream. So I would imagine your kind of viewers will know what that is. It's just becoming conscious that you're actually dreaming, and you start to control your dream within the dream, but you're still sleeping.
Right.
So I started practicing that, and then I tried to do astral projection. Didn't quite get there. I think I had one experience, but I don't know if I did. I don't know if I'm confabulating it or not, or just making it up. But I think I did. And I just got interested in the mind. And then I had an idea for a story. I thought that'd be a brilliant story if somebody could go into somebody else's dreams and just kind of be a dream walker or a dream dancer. as they were called. So I started writing it. I wrote about 60,000 words, and then I read it, and I thought, this is absolute shite. And I really did. So I just left it. But the story didn't leave me. And it just kept on coming back and various businesses in between. And I thought, right, I'll finish this business, I'll finish the social media business, and I'll do the writing. But then another part of the business took off, crypto took off, and then other things. I started doing property, that kind of took off, and started doing other stuff as well. And it always took off. And it was not that I'm complaining, but it always took off. And then I thought in 2021, that's it. I'm finally going to start writing the books. So I wrote the book, the first one, again, for probably the fourth iteration. And I gave it to my wife, and I decided, if this is any good, I'm going to continue it, because this is going to be a 9-book series. Originally, it was going to be a 9-book series. So I gave it to my wife and said, this is it. If you read it, tell me your honest opinion. And she would be very honest if I should keep going. So she took off me the manuscript, and she went into the bath. 3 hours later, in a cold bath, she said, you have to keep on writing.
Oh, I love that.
Started.
You too.
So it just gave me the confidence just to say, right, I'm onto something here. So 2021, I rebranded it from the Dream Dancers, because the Dream Dancers sounds like a dance group, a female dance group or a male dance group. I thought, I'll rebrand it, tell the readers exactly what it's about. So the Witches of Scotland, you know where it's set, you know it's about witches, it's urban fantasy. And I rebranded in 2022, and it just kind of took off from there. So I've now written 23 books in over 3 series. I'm writing the 4th series called 1653. It's the Origin series. And I stole that from Yellowstone when they go back to 1893 and all that. So that's what I'm doing just now. So yeah, it's taken off big time.
Wow.
That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah, my son got me those books for Christmas a few years ago. And he's the one that he's like, Mom, you're going to have a podcast. You have to have this guy on. I was like, yeah, I sure do. I love your books.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I got them. I got the books. I got them on Kindle. I got them on Audible. So your books are always with me, no matter where I go.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's brilliant. It's always weird when somebody says, I'm reading your book. I'm saying, really, are you? You really? It's still strange, even though I think 500,000 people have read the books now. And it's still weird to hear that people are reading the books. When you find somebody that's reading it, it's amazing. It still amazes me. So thank you.
I downloaded mine to my Kindle as well. So when I go on vacation, I have something to read. I'm super excited.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
So next week, I'm going to be like on the plane going like this.
I have a question for you, Stephen.
Yeah.
Because Scotland is so rich in witchcraft history, did you pull any of your characters of inspiration from actual some of the witches that were tried?
Not this time, not the first 3 series. No, it was just purely urban fantasy. Because I always wanted to set books in Glasgow and Edinburgh and set them there and just have kind of modern day kind of witchcraft kind of stuff or witches. But the 1653, that actually does go back in history, and it's pulling the characters, not the real witches. I wouldn't want to kind of dishonor the kind of memory of the real witches, but the real kind of nasty people like John Kincaid, who was a witch pricker. He's in the book, and he turned out to be a fraud as well, so it's going to expose him. So those kind of people, but I wouldn't dishonor the kind of memory of the actual witches that were done. But there's kind of names in there, and it's historically accurate as well.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, thank you for answering. I go to Scotland quite often, but I do like personal research, and like I'm tracing my own lineage there, and I've done a bunch of studies on the witches there. So it's such a hot spot for historical reference. But I love all the buildings and things you describe in Edinburgh. I know exactly where the characters are walking when you talk.
Brilliant.
So
the architecture is amazing. That's what a lot of people say in the book, because they can walk through the streets of Glasgow and Edinburgh as well. But the architecture in Edinburgh and Glasgow is just beautiful with Victorian buildings and stuff like that. So it's gorgeous. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love your books because when I read them, I'm like, I know where you're at.
Well, that was one of the reasons for doing that, because I read kind of bit. I don't know if you've heard of an author called Ian Rankin.
Oh yeah, I've met him. I met him on the train in Edinburgh.
Oh, brilliant. So it
Yeah.
was him that kind of gave me that idea, because he does all his books in Edinburgh and
Yep.
he names all the streets, and I think that's a brilliant idea. So that's where I got the idea from as well, to do that.
Yeah, he's pretty fascinating. I was just on the train going from Edinburgh to Dunfermline, and he was there, and I was like, oh my gosh.
And you recognised him?
Yeah, I recognized him.
Oh, brilliant! That's amazing.
Yeah, we had a nice little chat.
Oh, he's a brilliant person as well. I've never met him in real life, but he's a brilliant person. Just when I've seen him interviewed, he's just dead down to earth.
Yeah. Well, you've done an excellent job with your books. It really,
thank
like,
you.
for me, it's like time travel. Like, oh, I get to go back to Scotland today. This is nice.
Brilliant.
I love it. That's awesome. Do you have some more questions, Lady Wolf?
I will. They'll come to me. That was the big one. Was if you pulled any inspiration from historical figures.
Yeah, but it was weird because I brought out the Witches of Scotland, and there's a group you probably know. You've done your research, called the Witches of Scotland group, to try and get kind of legal kind of rights for the witches, and just get them not off the hook. I don't know kind of what you call it. It's just
a pardon. They're working on getting them pardoned. I went to a couple of their conferences. It's really inspirational. Yeah.
No, it's brilliant because I've seen them as well. They've got their own tartan and stuff like that as well. So it's brilliant what they've done. But I didn't really realise it was going to be as big for them. And I didn't realise my books were going to be big as well. So I hope it just kind of doesn't clash. I hope it doesn't. I don't think it does.
No, your books are very complimentary and inspirational. And I think it's important to have, because you're waking up the young readers as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the young readers need to understand the connection between what actually happened in the witch hunts, and then also have some joy and like wake up their imagination. And that's what your books do.
Yeah. I think that's what it's for, because I got a lot of inspiration from the likes of, well, it's from over 30, 40 years of kind of doing the kind of thought experiments with the likes of the Celestine Prophecy, kind of what they talk about, James Redfield. That was the kind of first book that just blew my mind. And then I read all the kind of self-help books and stuff like that, and I'd done a psychology degree because I was so interested in stuff like that as well. So that's where that kind of side of it came from. And I genuinely believe in what I'm writing about in the Witches of Scotland as well, but I don't want to do it in a way that's kind of lecturing people. So I hope that's come across that way as well.
I think you've been brilliant. Your books are brilliant, and they're fun.
Yes.
That was meant to be fun as well. Yeah, fun and teaching as well. I think that's the main kind of side of it. And just saying your thoughts do kind of have energy. There is energy out in the world. People do have bad energy. People do have good energy. And you can mix with that type of energy. And it's like where I stay in the West End of Glasgow. It's got a totally different energy from the city centre in Glasgow. And I always wondered, why does it have a different vibe? Why does it feel different being in this kind of side of Glasgow? And it always interests me, this kind of hidden, invisible energy. And it's just a genuine thing that does, and you can work with it as well. I do believe anyway. I believe.
Yeah, you can really visualize. I mean, the way you word in your books, I mean, you can visualize everything that's going on, you know.
Yeah.
And I love that, because it's like, I've never been to Scotland, but through your books, I have been. So that is pretty, exciting to
Brilliant.
just, I can't wait for your books comes out, and I know you're starting the new ones and everything. I'm just like, yes, hurry up. Hurry up.
I know. I've started, because I used to just type all the time, and I got about 3,000 words done a day over 4 days, because we watch the grandkids. So it was only 12,000 words a week or something. I say only, that's good, that's okay. But now I've started dictating, and I can do about 7,000 words a day, which is brilliant. So I can write faster, and that's why the books are coming out faster as well. So hopefully I'm bringing out a book every month or every 6 weeks or something. So it's going to be good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You talked about your lucid dreaming, and it's interesting. I've not heard of anybody. In fact, of all the podcasts that Christy and I've done together, I'm actually shocked that we haven't had more people talking about lucid dreaming, because that's something that I do as well. And I didn't realize that was, that would, back when I started doing it, I didn't know that it was actually something, that it was actually, I always thought when I had a nightmare, I would always go into my nightmare and change it. And so then it would flip it flip the whole script basically in a nutshell and turn it around and make it something that was palatable in the end, as opposed to waking up like, oh my God, I just had the worst nightmare. So I'm very interested that, that you said that you did the lucid dreaming. It's really incredible.
Oh, I'm surprised because I thought a lot of kind of witches would kind of be into kind of lucid dreaming and kind of astral projection. There's a brilliant book on astral projection by Robert Bruce and Robert Monroe as well. The Australian is Robert Bruce, and he's written a tome of a book. It delves deep into it, and it's just amazing. And it just shows us how much we don't know about the mind. We really don't, and we don't know what it's capable of. And that's exciting. That's really exciting as a writer and as anybody kind of a layperson as well, as a witch kind of practitioner as well. Amazing. It's a beautiful thing to think we've not discovered even half of what the mind is achieve, what it can achieve.
What it can do, Well, that's like that. I guess it's that movie is like a love-hate relationship. It's like people love it or they hate it. But the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, it was Inception. I always thought that was such, and again, kind of that lucid dreaming where you're basically, in a nutshell, you're just controlling it, but the different layers of how you can dream too.
Exactly.
Is just incredible. I mean, I got that movie and I liked it. My husband hated it.
I loved it as well. As soon as I seen it, I loved it. Same with the Matrix as well. When I seen that was another mind blower. The Matrix is just whoa, and it just raises so many questions. What if? Mm-hmm. It's just amazing. Right. And I think it's the questions we ask ourselves in life that get us. If we ask good questions, we're going to get better answers. But if we ask shitty questions in life, we're just going to have a shitty life. But if you keep on asking questions and you're really curious about everything, which is what the kind of books kind of talk about as well, just asking all the time, you're going to get better answers and you're going to further and develop yourself more, I think.
It's incredible. Thank you so much.
It is.
Chrissy?
Yes. With, you had done a lot on your books and everything. What are your future plans for other books? Are you just going to continue on with the storyline, or are you going to do maybe something else as a challenge?
No, the challenge was, so I'd written 23 books, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go back and do the origin series, 1653, and write historical fiction. Never done it before, and I'm thinking, I'm a writer. I can do it. I've been writing for 3 years. I'll be able to do it. It is the hardest thing ever, because when you're writing or dictating, you're thinking, well, what kind of candle wax did they use to light the candles? Well, how did they tell the time back in 1653? What kind of clothes did they wear? Did they have shoes? And you did all these questions. And I'm very, not OCD, but I just like to get everything factually correct so nobody can come back and say, oh, they didn't have tallow for candle wax or whatever. Right. So it's just all that kind of stuff, and it's been the most challenging thing I've done. So much so that because I was going to do 1653, then 1749, then 1829 or whatever, and just go all the way up to modern day. I'm thinking I might just do this one 1653 and just leave it at that because it's been so hard. So I think that was the challenge. But the other books, I just love doing them because I've got the romance series out now as well. That's the third series. And I said at the end of book 7, I was just going to finish it on book 7 for the romance series. And I put at the end of it, listen, email me if you still want me to write in this series. And if I get enough people doing it, I'll do it. So I've had over 100 emails now. So I thought, right, I'll need to keep on writing it. So I've done book 8 and I'll keep on writing in that series. And the Edinburgh Files, that's going to be long standing, probably 25 books in that. And the 1653, there'll be 3 books in that. So I can write for the rest of my life. I'm 57 and I've got another 20 years in me. And another 20 years of excitement, at least, doing this, I think. So I'll just keep on writing, doing what I'm doing, and doing what I love.
Wow. What is your process when you sit down to start a new book? Like, how do you move through that?
I haven't a clue what I'm doing when I sit down. So I'm what you call a discovery writer. So I don't know what I'm going to write from one day to the next. I don't plan it. I did plan the first 4 books, but the characters, by the 3rd chapter or something, they just kept on going their own way. I know that sounds weird because I'm the writer, but honestly, it is a thing. And the characters just saying, no, you should be going there. They didn't actually say that, obviously, but they just took me in a different direction and new characters popped up. So I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to scrap the planning. I'll sit down and I'll just write. And I was much faster. and I expended less energy, and I didn't get bored with the writing, because when you plan it out, you kind of know what's happening. So why write? And that must be what it's like for the readers as well. So I thought, if I don't know what I'm going to write, the readers are going to get surprised as well. And it's turned out well that way, I think. So the plan is just to sit down and get some words in, and the words always come. From wherever it comes from, they always come.
Yeah. Do you feel that a lot of the characters are moving through you in like your subconscious mind, where you are releasing part of yourself into the characters and into the story?
Yeah, definitely. I think with all the characters they've got, like you've got David, Jessica, and Jen, Jonathan, and Joseph Campbell, and that, there's a part of me I'd like to be like Joseph Campbell when I'm older. Alicia, I love Alicia as a character as well. She's the kind of evil one, but she's not really evil. There's a dichotomy within her. She thinks she's doing it for good, trying to destroy the Akashic records because it's male dominated, and it has been over the hundreds of years, thousands of years.
It's true.
But she was brilliant to write as well, and I thought if I was that cat, I'd love to do that. So there is, I think, there's a bit of me in every single character, and I think all writers have that within them, as part of their kind of shadow self, if you will, as well. And it's good to write your shadow self and just unleash it. It's quite cool.
I've done both. I've tried to, going back to what you talked about with planning and not planning, and I could see, like, you know, when I do the planning part of it and actually like create the characters and sit down, and it kind of gets a grind. It becomes kind of a grind in a little bit, you know. It kind of takes the fun away from the like you said, the surprise of where the characters are going to take you. So I've done it both ways, and I have found the same thing, that I'm probably more of a discovery writer in that respect, as opposed to sitting there just like, I still have one book that I literally planned out all the characters, and then literally it's just sitting there. I haven't even gone back to it because I lost interest, because it was so methodical and so much of a grind that I kind of put it by the side. And it's a great storyline. I just haven't continued to go with it. And I've gone on to two other things, you know, that I'm in the process of writing. So I totally appreciate that, because I always felt like me being just a young writer, and I say young, $29.99, you know, young in the fact that, you know, I'm definitely not prolific like you and Lady Wolf in that matter. But I found that it's just easier to just sit down and let the inspiration just hit the laptop, definitely. You know.
Yeah.
So what about you, Lady Wolf? How many books have you done?
5.
You've done 5. And have you got, are you a planner?
Do I plan out the books?
Yeah.
So my books are, I usually will pick a deity that I'm working with. So right now I'm working on a book about Lilith, but I work more on the energy attached to that individual, and then I channel it throughout the day. So you talked about lucid dreams, and right now I'm working on a chapter about nightmares, because Lilith is believed to be the mother of nightmares, or the bringer of nightmares. And so it's interesting, because I've had more nightmares, but I'm working through, well, it's more my subconscious is waking up and allowing me to look at things that maybe I'm afraid of or weary of, or I need to step into more. So I take all of that and then I put it into book format of more, here's my experience with nightmares, and here's some tips to shift that. So you're not scared of the nightmares, you're more of a conqueror of the nightmares. And then I bring in a lot of, I do a lot of history and research, but more it's like just moving through the energy of that theme of the book. I usually spend about a year writing each book.
Wow.
So because I really want to embody different chapters and different key concepts. So like I wrote a book about Loki, and Loki is god of chaos and mischief. Yep. And so for 13 months, I intentionally welcomed chaos into my life. And then I wrote about my experience at the end. And that was a very powerful book to move through. I love Loki energy. I love chaos. It drives my husband nuts, because he's more focused and let's get stuff done. And he's like, no, what's happening? I'm like, this is just chaos. You let the balls fall.
So I was going to ask you, how does chaos look? What does chaos look like?
It's messy. It's unpredictable. There's no getting up in the morning. I would never have a schedule in the morning. I would just be like, "Okay, what's the day gonna hand me?" And I would just move through hour by hour.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It was there were some days I was like, wow, this is a lot of chaos. I need to like ground it down and anchor it. But
Yeah.
I asked for it. So I would just move through it. But Loki,
Right.
you know, I give thanks to Loki because he shook up a lot of things in my life. And had I not embraced chaos, I would have been stuck in that comfort complacency.
That reminds me of a book. I don't know if you've ever read it, a book by Luke Reinhardt called The Dice Man.
I haven't.
It was a big kind of book back in, I don't know, it must have been 20 years ago. But he just basically shook dice and just where they fell, he would decide what he was going to do with his day,
Yeah.
with his life, with his romance, everything. It was all about that. So it sounds very much like your kind of chaos thing as well. And just going, oh no, I couldn't do it. Back in the day,
Do it.
yeah, when it was kind of hedonistic and stuff like that, that'd have been quite cool. But it
Right.
was quite cool to live that way. But now that would be, I would imagine, be quite exciting as well.
Oh, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
It isn't. When I was recently, when I got divorced and I was in the dating world, I just went with the momentum of I'm going to say yes to anything.
Yeah.
And that was part of like that activating chaos. And I put myself in situations that normally I would have never done. I would have talked myself out of. And it led me to my husband now. And he's the most adventurous person I've ever met. So if he says we're having a 3 a.m. bonfire, it's yes, we're doing this.
Love it. Love it.
Or when he's like, we're going on a 42-day cross-country road trip. Yes, we're going to do this. We're going to take the dogs and we're going to travel the country. So it's opening yourself up to the possibility that chaos will be the catalyst and move you into like experience your life on a full level.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Give me an idea, actually.
Stephen, if you ever, if your books becomes a TV show or a movie.
You're just asking the question I was.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Yes. Who would you cast as the main characters?
Oh, right. So I have, do you know an actress called, or an actor, I don't know if it's actress or actress, called Karen Gillan? She was in Doctor Who. I don't know if you've seen Doctor
Who.
Who.
I know who you're talking about.
The long red-haired girl.
Yeah.
She would be Jessica.
I know who you're talking about.
In the background there. She would be Jessica. And I've got an actor he's Scottish as well. He's on something called Emmerdale. He's Rob Lawrence. His name is, who's the famous one? So for Alicia Collins, that would be Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, I love Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, she's brilliant. So she'd be Alicia Collins. For Aunt Jane, she's not she is well known actually. She's in Downton Abbey. So she'd be Aunt Jane. There's somebody in Downton Abbey, Mrs. Hughes.
Mrs. Hughes, yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Hughes. I'll cast her as Aunt Jane and a couple of other actors. I can't remember. Oh, did you ever see the TV series Discovery Witches?
Yes.
Yes.
So that, obviously, you'd say that was an obvious question.
Love that.
So the guy, who was the main guy, the older guy
Oh, yes.
with the grey hair? He was
Yeah.
the
Oh,
head.
God, I gotta look him up now. No,
So I can't remember his name, I think, but I can't remember his Edward. No, it wasn't Edward. But he would be, he'd be one of the main characters as well. But there's no other famous ones that would cast. So yeah, but we're talking about it. We're kind of trying to write the script just now. We're trying to
that's
get a script
awesome.
in. Yeah, so I'm working with Jessica Moon. She's a scriptwriter and a producer, and she's worked with kind of people at CSI, and she's done a couple of movies and stuff like that as well. So we've been collaborating together for a year now, and she's brilliant. And she's been over here, and she stayed. Her and her daughter came over and stayed with us over New Year. Funny enough, so yeah, we're still working together. So I think I'm going to meet her later on, actually.
Nice.
So we're still working on a script and kind of doing stuff like that. So hopefully it's going to come. It's going to come. But I'm really interested in doing the AI kind of movies of the versions of the books, because that's going to be a big thing. So alongside when you see kind of Audible and you see the Kindle books, you're going to see in a couple of years' time, you're going to see the book movie there, but it's going to be an AI version. I think that's what's going to, that's where Amazon's going to go. So I'm really, really interested in that. A lot of people hate it, but I love it. I'm into it, and I don't make any excuses for it. I just love kind of creative side of it again. So I'm big into that just now as well.
Yeah. Well, you did. I think it was on your page that you did a example of the AI movie, didn't you?
Yeah,
Just
so, yeah, that was that
minute?
was just me testing it. So it was one of the goth girl where David meets the goth girl, and it wasn't great, to be honest. It wasn't brilliant. But I've done one of Jessica and David. Oh, did you like it?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay, but it got a lot of flack.
Yeah, I think it's fun with AI though. You can play with it and see, where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing, and it's here to stay. Nobody's going to get rid of it, no matter how much people complain. It's here to stay, and it's how you use it as a tool.
Right.
Not to, because I would never use it for writing, but I use it in my business for marketing, stuff like that. It's just amazing, and the things it can do and to help you with your business and stuff is amazing. So yeah, it's here to stay. It's just how you use it and how you adapt to it as well. And I think that's the big thing. It's how you adapt to change. And a lot of people don't like change.
Change is scary. It's like
It
chaos.
is very scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's chaotic.
It is. It's chaotic.
So were you talking about Peter Knox, or were you talking about Gerbert? There, which gentleman with the gray hair from?
No, it wasn't
Witches?
Peter Knox. It's the other one. It's the other head. It's the other older guy.
Peter Knox.
Well, Peter Knox. I said, yeah. Oh, Tristan. He plays Baldwin.
No. What's
Unless
his
they
name?
don't have the
Let's go
cast
down.
doesn't show. There's Sigmunds. There's Ken Bones. Tristan Gravel was Baldwin. Yeah, there's Trevor Eve and Owen Teal.
Trevor Eve. That's it. It's Trevor Eve.
Trevor Eve. Okay, he played.
Trevor Eve, yeah.
He played Gerbert, or how do you say it?
Yeah, Joseph Campbell. He'd be good as Joseph Campbell.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, he's good. I like him.
He's good. He's good. Brilliant.
So in your books, which character is you?
I think initially it'd be David when I was younger. You just kind of hedonistic. You just do anything you want to do. Not arrogant. David's a bit arrogant in the beginning of the books, but he's meant to be arrogant. So you kind of don't like him at first, hopefully. And then you see his character arc, because he's got to have from the beginning to where he ends up at the end of the book 8. And he's a changed man. He's a changed character. Obviously, discovering you're a witch, that would kind of change you a wee bit. But yeah, I think it'd be David if there's going to be anybody. But like I said, I think it's a little bit of everybody. And Terence as well. Terence, a wee kind of devil, or not devil, kind of dragon character. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, I loved him as well. Just the sarcasm and stuff.
Yeah,
I love that. So, but David, yeah, I would say.
Mm-hmm. When you first started writing your books, did you imagine that it was going to go over well or not?
To be honest, it's going to sound real weird. So I had a kind of a picture for 5 years' time. And so I've got kind of goals that this is going to sell really well. And I imagine the goals kind of in numbers, like it's going to sell 10,000 copies or 100,000 copies, and how much is going to make me as well. And that's how you kind of, if I'd only made like £5 a month or £10 a month, I probably wouldn't have continued with the books. But I'd set a goal back in 2022 to make $1 million in royalties from the books. And I reached that goal 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So I reached that a year early. And that was a goal I'd set, and to sell 500,000 copies. And I reached that a couple of weeks ago. So it was just, that's how I kind of set the goals. So I can see it, and I always see the things that I kind of set my mind to. So I can see it, but it doesn't necessarily, you have to then put your belief where your future is, because you can't just say, I'm going to make $1 million. You've got to have a belief that you can actually do it. And once I got the books out there, I thought, yeah, this could do really well. So I did believe it, yeah. Without sounding big-headed, it wasn't big-headed. If it didn't work, it didn't work.
Right.
But it's worked so far.
But
That's
you basically, I know you don't practice witchcraft, but you basically were practicing witchcraft.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Because you set your intention and you visualized it, you worked hard and you achieved it. So you basically cast a spell, and your books are proof of that.
Right.
Yeah, well, I was saying that as well. I've done that on a video as well, and just said, listen, I cast a spell kind of 5 years ago or 4 years ago to get to $1 million. So I used those very words, cast a spell, and it's a manifestation, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Because I'd read a book by Shakti Gawain years and years ago called Creative Visualization. And that really got me onto that kind of side as well. And I practiced it ever since for the last 30, 35 years, done it ever since, and it's worked without fail. And all the businesses that I've had, it's worked without fail. And a lot of people just say that's a lot of shite, it's not true, it's rubbish. But I don't care what they say, it's worked for me.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it's brilliant, it works every time. And it's the energy you put into that intention as well. And it is. It's witchcraft, it's spellcraft, it's whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, definitely I believe that.
Well, there's a little witch in all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
It's true.
I think it was Aunt Frances from Practical Magic when she said that
Yeah.
little witch in all of us.
I do believe that.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Yeah.
I love those books by Alice Hoffman as well.
Yeah.
Kind of love those books.
They're really
So-
good.
What books growing up were your inspiration?
Growing up, there was books by a woman, a female writer. This is kind of the earliest memories was my dad used to go to the libraries and get books out by Sidney Sheldon and kind of people like that. And I used to read the books, even though I was only 13, 14 or something. I used to read the books,
Cindy Sheldon.
and they were adult books who were had kind of weird scenes in them that I didn't understand at the time. I can understand now, and I thought, why is my dad reading kind of books like that? But I used to read them. I used to think of good stories similar to them and write a synopsis down. I used to type it out on a manual typewriter, a synopsis of stories, and I've still got them from years like 40 years ago, 45 years ago now. So that kind of gave me inspiration. But when I was about 9 or 10, there was a woman called Joan Lingard, and she wrote about the troubles in Ireland and the divide in Ireland between the Catholics and the Protestants. And there's a book called Across the Barricades about Sadie and Kevin. They were on either side of the barrier. And there's one scene in it that I thought, oh, I'd love to be able to write like that. And it was a couple of words. And they were on top of a hill looking over Belfast. And Sadie, and the line was, Sadie stole a look at Kevin. I thought, oh, that's such a brilliant line because it encapsulates everything into, she shouldn't be looking at him, she stole that look, she shouldn't have done it. I thought, oh, imagine being able to write like that. And I think that's where it kind of set me off, that I really wanted to be a writer. And then my dad's books for the libraries and typing it out, it really kind of set me on that path.
Wow.
Okay.
But there's loads of books kind of like that. But Joan Lingard, Secret 7, Famous 5, stuff like that as well when I was really young. Loved those books.
Yeah. Thank you for answering that question.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, so Scotland has a rich history of myths and legends. Which stories have influenced you the most?
To be honest, if I'm being really honest, not a lot of that within these books. There's not a lot where I've been inspired by the Scottish kind of stories. I love the kind of Scottish history and stuff like that, but I've never really read much about them. I have to just to be really honest. That's probably a disappointing answer coming from Scotland.
Not at all.
Do you think you'd be adding some of the myths and legends in future books, maybe?
Probably not, because I've got a path I'm kind of on just now. So the 1653 books, that's really talking about the kind of witch trials and kind of what they went through as well. Yeah. Not in great detail, but it's focused on one or two main characters. So I'll do that, and that's probably as far as I'll go with that. But probably more interested in it, but maybe not writing about it. But you never know. I could embrace the chaos and just kind of write about it and just do it that way.
Maybe Loki can be a key character.
Yeah.
Do you primarily write in your home office, or do you go out in public and write in places?
I used to go to, when I was typing, actually doing physical typing, I go down to local University of Glasgow, just across from the medical building in Glasgow, and go there. They've got a brand new kind of building. that's open to the public from 8 a.m. So I was there at 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Thursday.
Wow.
And I'll go there to type. But now I'm doing the dictation. I kind of walk about Glasgow looking like an absolute dickhead with this big headphone on with a big microphone and just walking about and dictating. And then I come back and do the editing in the office in here.
Nice.
Yeah,
I used to, when I'd go to Edinburgh, I'd go to the Doctor's. Have you been to the Doctor's pub?
The Doctor's pub? No.
I used to go and sit and take my laptop and just, they'd put you in the back. I'm good friends with the manager there, Darren, but I'd sit in the back corner and he'd keep my pint full of the black stout and I would just sit and write for hours. It was my favorite. But if you ever, when you go to Edinburgh, go to the Doctor's.
The Doctor's pub. I need to look that up.
Yeah, the best fried haggis I've ever had.
Oh.
Love haggis as well. A lot of people don't like it. So you enjoyed the haggis?
Oh, I loved it. I love the whiskey sauce that they had.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm a big fan of the gravy in Scotland.
Yeah.
But people always ask, like, what do you like about Edinburgh? I said, I go in the spring and then I'll go in the fall in the rainy season. But in the spring, I'm like, it smells like cherry blossoms and gravy.
I like that.
Funny.
I don't know why that combination works, but it works. But I usually go for the Beltane Festival, the big fire festival.
Yeah.
And then I love to go in November. I love to, because it's just rainy. It rains nonstop, but I love that gloomy kind of vibe.
Too.
Yep.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think Edinburgh's beautiful in any kind of season, and winter is beautiful as well when it snows.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful as well. But when the same in Glasgow as well, when it's raining, it's like there's something nice about it raining. There's something cozy about kind of the rain, and you're inside the house and it's raining, or you're just walking. I love to walk in the rain. It's brilliant. But yeah, there's something nice about that. It's my favorite. I'd say winter's my favorite season.
Yeah. Winter's beautiful over there, but August, I would say, is the least favorite time for me to go to Edinburgh. It's just too busy with the festival.
Oh yeah. With the Fringe,
But wonderful plays. They 2 years ago when I went, they had a lot of witchcraft themed plays that they were doing, and those were really nice to see. A lot of them were done by the university kids.
Yeah.
But they did a brilliant job.
Brilliant.
That's cool.
There's so much going on. I don't even I'm in this own wee bubble of mine, kind of writing away and kind of doing things, but it's a nice wee bubble to be in.
Yeah.
If readers could visit one location from your books and ask you where they should visit, where would you send them at?
Oh, I'd send them to the Akashic Records. No, I would say I'll probably it'd be the West End. I'd just go to the West End of Glasgow, the West End of Glasgow, just walking about and going to the pubs. A couple of readers have suggested doing a tour. I thought that's a brilliant idea, just doing a tour and just going around all the pubs and going around all the streets in the West End.
That's a great idea.
I
thought
think so
it was a
too.
brilliant idea as well. And I thought, I wonder if I could do that, but I'd just probably get pissed every night. Just doing the the walking tours. It'd be brilliant. That would be excellent. But yeah, I think the West End of Glasgow's got a nice energy about it. It's a real nice energy. Because I came over when I was doing the nursing in '94. I went there's a place called the Botanic Gardens, and I used to go and study in the Botanic Gardens when it was nice and sunny. And I looked at the buildings and the kind of Victorian building. I thought, one day I'm going to have a house here, a flat here. And then 30 odd years later, me and my wife moved in 2019 to the flat in the West End. But we've done them up, and it became a property business for about 5 years. We've done them up, and now we're in this kind of big house in the West End as well. And it's just a Victorian building. It's beautiful. So that kind of spell came true as well. It was excellent. Loved it.
Wow.
So yeah, you'd love the West End, I think, definitely. And it's because it's the vibe as well, because the students are here, but there's lots of kind of wealthy older people here as well, and there's kind of in between. So there's a big mix, but it's not as eclectic as Edinburgh, where it's a lot of kind of tourists, but it's a big mix of actually Glaswegian people staying in the West End who are wealthy, who are students, and who are in between, everybody in between as well. It's just brilliant. Nice energy.
do you feel that, and I'm sure I probably know the answer to this already, but you said that you studied psychology. Do you use a lot of the psychology in your books? Do you find that that's been a benefit for you?
I think the study of psychology was good for getting into a study habit. But the study of psychology, I've realized, and the study of, I'm not saying any kind of university kind of degree or whatever, but with things like that, you're really looking at other people's theories. And at the end of the day, they're theories. Like, how much does Freud have to tell us today that's kind of working? I know he's got a history, he's in history, and he's everybody that came after him, Carl Jung and everybody like that, that came after him, kind of learned from Freud, but he himself has not got a lot to teach today, I don't think. So you're learning a lot of other people's theories, and then you're amalgamating them all, and you're thinking about, it teaches you to think, critically think about everybody else's theories, and then you develop your own ideas, I think, from there. And that's where a lot of the ideas come from. So from that respect, yeah, definitely. It's helped to study and to become a critical thinker as well. I think that was good for that.
Thank you.
So have readers ever influenced the direction of your stories?
Yes, just recently. Can I tell you about it? I don't know if I can tell you.
Oh.
Yes, I can. Yeah, so somebody had written to me via email and said, it would be good if David and Jessica had a baby to see what the baby would turn out like. And that is the current storyline in the Edinburgh Files.
Ooh. So we may see something like that?
Yes.
I love that you take time to engage with all of your readers.
I do too.
I think if somebody's buying your book or they're commenting, I do a lot of videos on kind of TikTok and Facebook, if they're taking the time to comment on it, on Instagram as well, then I think it's only proper that you've got to take time and write back, because they're your readers. They're buying they're actually spending their money to buy your book. So I genuinely appreciate every single person that buys the book and everybody that comments and engages with me. So yeah, I spend about an hour in the morning replying to every single comment on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And then I'll do half an hour at night as well. So an hour and a half a day, just replying to all the comments and emails as well. I'll respond to all the emails as well.
It's a really nice, energetic exchange. I had a cool experience. My husband and I went on this road trip, and we went to Alabama to see a concert. And I was in line getting a beer, and this lady came up to me, and she's like, "Oh, you're Lady Wolf. Like, I follow you on Instagram. I've read your books." And I was like, "Wow, that's really cool." Like,
that's amazing.
My books they're not big sellers. They're more metaphysical, self-help, and I have a great publisher. He's based in Somerset, England, but it was nice to have that moment, and we spent some time together, and it took a picture, and I was like, well, I could leave right now and I'd be totally happy. I don't even need to see the concert. That was so cool.
It's amazing when you connect with somebody like that, and they because people say, "Oh, I really love your books," and they just say, "I really learned a lot from your books." Well, I'm going, "Oh, that's brilliant. You got lessons from books," and it's still. Probably like you as well, you're probably amazed that somebody recognized you and they've read your books as well. It's just a brilliant feeling. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is amazing when somebody recognizes you, not just writing books or anything, but even I did pagan events for 27 years. So I would go to places and somebody would come up to me, "Oh, hey, we was at Pagan Pride in this year and you had this guest. Thank you so much for bringing the guests and everything." And it's like,
brilliant.
That feels so good, because I
just feel like as a creator on TikTok myself, making that connection and that engagement, it can mean the world to someone who's going through something difficult.
Exactly, yeah.
Having that moment with them.
You don't realize who you're touching by what you're saying. And because a lot of people, whatever they're going through, they might be going through something and you've just said something at the right time and you don't realize. So it's a lot of responsibility as well when you think about it that way. But it's such a beautiful connection to have as well. And that's where you see the kind of energy as well in action. Because Lady Wolf, when you kind of met with that person, I bet that gave you a kind of boost of energy, and you just go, where does this energy come from? The energy exchange and everything. It just gets you asking all these questions.
Your book could touch their lives, and you just making that one comment could make their whole life. Yeah. They're like, "Oh my God, their author just comment towards me, responded.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Well,
It's nice to
I've had
have,
that
it's
too.
nice to be able to be present and like connect with people.
Right.
Yeah.
It really
Exactly.
Because I think you feed their energy and they feed your energy as well.
Yeah.
And then you kind of putting that out. If you're feeling really good, imagine if you're feeling really good meeting that person, you're feeling really good. You're spreading that as well to somebody else because you feel good. You're spreading it to your husband, to your kids and your grandkids, just because of that energy exchange as well. So it just touches. It's like that 6 degrees of separation, how far it goes. And I think that's where we need to go with the world as well, just kind of get more of that type of energy, because there's a lot of kind of down energy just now. It's not a good place at the moment. So we need people like us, I think, spreading it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a legacy. You're leaving this legacy behind,
Right.
you know, and that itself is very heartfelt because you're leaving something for the future of the generation that you have created.
Yeah.
And they can go back and say, oh, my great granddad did these books, and oh, you know, this was great. So, and you might even follow in your footsteps later on, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing to think that the books could still be read in 50 years' time, long after you're gone, and people are still connecting with them as well.
Yeah.
That would be excellent.
Connecting to you long, you know, when you're a spirit and stuff, and they could be just like, this man has changed my life in one way or another just by his books, you know, gave me a smile, helped me make this choice or whatever.
Yeah. I used to do kind of social media when I was teaching social media as well, and how to grow your Facebook page, because back in 2013, that's what I was kind of doing. And I grew my follower to 3 million or something on the Facebook page. The Facebook page is dead now, but what I did is I just wrote my own quotes. I sat down and wrote quotes, inspirational quotes. And if you type in Stephen Aitchison quotes, they're all over the internet.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that came back and said, your words, even just an image with one of my quotes on it, said, you've really so much helped me. You don't realize how much you've helped me. And I've had a couple of people stop me in restaurants and stuff and recognize me because I used to do live shows as well. So it's quite cool that way. But I don't like their I don't really like the attention, but I like having it in the background, if you know what I mean.
Right.
People being touched by just my words. And again, words have energy as well. And it just amazes me. And I'm still in awe of kind of everything that's going on. Even doing this, how we kind of picked up as well. It's just brilliant. Love it.
There's definitely a power in the words that transfers. I see it in music all the time. My husband and I love to sit. We love to sit and listen to music and have music nights. And he'll listen to the music and I'll read the lyrics. And there's so much energy in the words, regardless of what kind of music you're listening to. Totally. If you can just hone in on the words, it's pure poetry and it's life-changing.
Oh, really? I've listened to a song just 2 days ago, and I heard it on TikTok. It was a weird video I kind of watched. I'll need to send you it. But the video was really weird. But the song behind it, it was just amazing. I love dance trance music, so I put my headphones on when I'm typing. I love dance trance music. It just gives me so much energy. When I go to the gym, always dance trance and out of dance trance music. And I heard this song called I Rise. I thought, oh, that is just amazing. So I've kind of downloaded it as well. And it's just the energy that the words and the kind of music gives you as well. So you're totally right. It's just, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, I usually will include a song, the lyrics in my books, because there's certain songs that no matter where you're at in your life, they help propel you through those moments.
Yeah.
And I love to add those into the books because it, like, from my Loki book, it was Florence and the Machine, her Shake It Off.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful song. And if you just were to read the words, it would still have the same energy, even with the music that she adds to it. But music is medicine and books are medicine.
Totally.
It really is.
Yeah.
My husband's in the music business, and consequently, it's like I've noticed that my mediumship is like taken off, and I'm doing more podcasts, I'm doing more readings, more gallery readings, things like that. And I've been picking and choosing. I used to go to every single concert that my husband would do, and now I'm kind of picking and choosing which ones I go to. And this last Saturday night, I was at a concert and I was sitting there going, you know, I really miss this. This really does ground me. It really inspires me. It really like refuels my energy level to be able to go out. So it really is. Music is very healing. It is
definitely.
medicine.
Yeah. I don't know what you find. This would be interesting to find what you think. So when I listened to music from the past, I used to love Elvis when I was younger. When I was growing up, I loved Elvis, but I can't listen to it now because I call them my Sunday songs. Not my Sunday songs, but my wife loves all the 60s music, and Elvis, she loves Elvis too. And I call it Sunday music. It's kind of depressing, and I don't know if it's because I'm going back to a stage in my life I didn't really like. So I don't know how that affects, because that's why I listen to dance trance, because there's no kind of history with it, and it's just kind of forward looking. Well, it'd be interesting to hear what you think about music from the past as well. Do you feel that as well? Am I just?
I personally feel like it's kind of like time traveling to a time that, like, for example, I wasn't alive during the 60s, but I could just imagine what was going on during that time.
Yeah.
And for me, just like with books, it's just, you know, it gives you an opportunity to escape to a time that you would never been able to.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's a good way of thinking about it.
It's also like, it's healing to look back and listen to songs that were so profound to you in moments where you needed them, and sit with the fact that they don't resonate the same because you're not that same person anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think that's what
I was going to say the same thing. You took the words out of my mouth, Wolf.
Yeah.
I remember like their favorite song was from this certain time period. I would listen to it to honor them in a way, you know, to honor their memory, and maybe because even if it's not my favorite song, it was theirs. So it's a way for me just to remember them.
Oh, I love that. There was a song I remember when I was going through a really bad time in my early 20s by Michael Bolton, of all people. I can't remember that. Going to break these chains around me, going to rise up again. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
That song got me through such a bad time in my life. And even when I listen to it now, I still kind of feel the tears bubbling up behind my eyes. But because it changed me, and I love that song. I have to say, I love that song. And I love kind of singing it when I'm going about the house. I always sing about the house. But that is a powerful, powerful song as well. And just goes to what you're saying as well, how healing music can be and words can be as well.
It's vital. There's a UK band called Currents, and they have a song called Over and Over, and the words they're just incredible. They kind of just rip from your gut and smack you in the face.
Yeah.
And I love UK bands. They have a different, like a hardcore vibe to them. And I think, you know, American bands are more, let's get them on the radio, let's make money, let's be soft and surface level. There's something with, like, because I listen to a lot of hard metal, and there's something with the UK bands that it's like being in the underground pubs with all the locals, and they're just talking. They're just talking loud and sharing their story, and it's so incredible.
Brilliant.
I know how you feel about Michael, because Michael and Kenny G, when they play together,
Kenny G,
it's just like magic, you know. Because, you know, I love Kenny G, I love his sax, and it's just I love that kind of music too as well. And
it has like soul to it.
Yeah, it does. And
Kenny G was who I saw this last Saturday night.
Oh,
and he gave great sax. He gave great sax. Because, you know, I can't, he's awesome. I mean, I'll have to send you guys the photograph, but I mean, it's like I got to take a photograph with him. He's 70 years old.
Wow.
And if you look at him, I mean, that's some good genes, man. He does not look like 70, doesn't act like 70, does not walk like 70. I was just, wow.
I bet you've been waiting to say that joke for ages.
What's that?
I bet you've been waiting to say that joke for ages. He gives good
sense. Exactly. I'm like, since Saturday night, I've been wanting to say it.
Well, see, I have a little secret. I saw the picture of her and Kenny G, and I knew who she was talking about. And then when you added Michael to the mix, I'm like, oh, that's my opportunity to bring Kenny G up with Michael.
So she was really like subconsciously helping me so I could get that out to say,
Well, Stephen, we have to let you go, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
wow.
would love for you to come back when
Yeah.
it's when you are done with your other books and everything.
Yeah.
Keep writing because they're great books. We love them. You know, you don't have to be a witch to love them. You can be a nun witch too as well
A muggle,
because
yeah.
a muggle, a Monday.
Muggle.
Oh my God, yeah.
Works, yeah.
Be a muggle.
Yeah, but they're great books.
Yeah.
Keep writing, please, because I enjoy them, and I need something from my son to give me for my birthday or
Yeah.
Christmas.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. I didn't realise I was an hour gone already. That was brilliant. It was
Yeah.
great meeting you all and talking to you as well. It's been a
It was
pleasure.
really nice to meet you and connect. I hope we can stay connected.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Thank you very much. And I'm going to check
Next
out
time
the
I
books
come
as
to
well.
Glasgow, we'll meet up and go have some whiskey.
You'll
Yes,
have to
that'll
the
be excellent.
doctors.
The
You'll
West
have
End.
to take them to the doctor's pub.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take
Yes.
it to the doctor's pub.
That'd be brilliant.
send pictures.
Yes.
They always get my favorite beer on tap when they know I'm coming, so that's nice.
Excellent.
it.
That'll do me. A couple of beers.
It's the Bellhaven Black. So if you're ever out and about, get some Bellhaven Black and think of me.
I
Brilliant.
love it.
Okay, Stephen. Everybody that is in the audience, please jump over to his Facebook and his Instagram,
And his
Mm.
TikTok.
And make sure you
Okay.
pick up his books and subscribe to Within the Cauldron, like and share. And Stephen, if you can stay around where we finish off backstage, that'd be great for. So until next time, everybody, many blessings to you all,
Yeah,
and you
thank you.
have a great day.
Yeah, go make some magic.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone.